Hello brothers, this is Simon Michelepis. I'm going to walk you through two new features on the new website. Those two features are the Google Maps Fiji feature and the discussion forum. Before I get to those, just an overview on the new site. I think as many know, we migrated from the previous Ontario Fiji site to this site in November of last year. You'll see here at the top the different kind of demographics of Tau Kappa, Lamda Omega, and Ontario have their own sections. I'm also quite involved with the Fiji Europe group, and so we're including them in the site as well. Here on this homepage, there's a video, the 175th anniversary video, which might just show as a little kind of triangle, but you can play that. That's, I think, a nice welcome to the site. If you scroll down here on this home page, now getting to the first of the two new items, we have these upcoming events. That has to be updated. And then down here at the bottom, there's this thing called Google Maps Fiji, but there's nothing to see. So this is a new feature which is only available to those who are registered users on the site, which means the graduates and undergraduates of Tau Kappa, Lambda Omega, and such. You should have received an email which will provide you your login details. Here I will log in. You'll see at the top I have some additional features because I'm a site administrator. Going back to the home page. Here at the top, we see the same content. I'll stop the video. Scrolling down, the same list of upcoming events. But now we have the populated details on the location of all of the graduate brothers. At the moment, this represents, if you can see here, 299 Tau Kappa Fijis. These are all the brothers who initiated from 1980 through to 2019. We've been able to find pretty solid data for the locations for most of them, and also photos for most, typically from LinkedIn. But where this information is incomplete, we welcome you to reach out, either by the info at PhiGamGrad.Info email or at my email. From this, you can now zoom in to look at individual brothers who are located in different locations. Look at that handsome fellow, my goodness. You can also filter to try to find individual people. So suppose you wanted to find, I don't know, let's say Mark Trenton. I mean, God knows why, but you might want to find him. So here he is, right where you expect. He's in the middle of running for something. If you've lost track with some brothers from years gone by, you can perhaps find them this way. You can also, here I've kind of filtered on the 1999 year, so I'm getting those who are in that pledge class. So my pledge class was 1988. And here I can see, well, there's myself in Switzerland, there's Glenn Purdy in Florida, there's Val in Toronto, there's Ken Shaman in Calgary, there's Stephen Waite in Vancouver. The one person who's not showing up here is Rick Geis, who I think is in Ottawa, but I don't have concrete details for him. So if we don't have a postal code for somebody, then they wouldn't show up. We've only provided the mapping feature down to the granularity of postal codes, try to respect people's privacy. Although I'll say again, only graduates of Tau Kappa and Lambda Omega and such can log in. They're the only registered users. You can also enter in an address to see who are within a certain distance from you, although I think practically you would just zoom in. Going forward, this might be helpful for carpooling to the Pig, for example, if you live in Hamilton or somewhere and there are other Fijis that you would like to carpool with. So that's the mapping feature. The other feature, if I go back up to the top, is the forum. So here we have different forums for each of the 4 different groups, and then again sub-forums. So let's go to Tau Kappa Building Association. At the moment, and this forum is empty, but if it wasn't, at the moment, non-registered users are able to view the content, but only registered users can post. So here I'll go and I'll log out. That's going to be corrected. The website designer is looking for a workaround for that. So if I go to Tau Kappa Pig, for example, we had posted a couple of just test posts, and you can see what was written, test and test 2. And it says here you have to log in to reply. That will be changed, so you have to log in to read or reply. I'll also say I'm not a big fan of the font and shading, so we might update that. The goal here with both of these features is just to make communication with the graduates more organic. So, we don't think about Tau Kappa, all year long. We're busy graduates. We have busy lives. On occasion, you want to go and reach out to find somebody you haven't spoken to for a few years. Perhaps you have a question which has been already answered, something around initiatives by the Board of Chapter Advisors or the Housing Association. Also, by having a kind of a written legacy here, it'll make it a little bit easier for the handover for the undergraduates. When the new administration comes in, the new cabinet, they can benefit from getting answers to questions that have been asked and answered in the past. That's everything. Again, you should have received an email which will provide you your login details. You have to have an email on record for me to have done that. So if I don't have your email, send me an email. You can find me via either info@PhiGamGrad.Info or my Yahoo. You can find me on LinkedIn or Facebook. Okay, everyone. You have a lovely day. Per game.